Hello everyone, this is Taryn with Wonderfully Made Handcrafting. Thank you so much for checking out this video, especially if you came over for the Exploring Joy Faith Journal July 2025 challenge set up by Debbie Walbank and Diane Mara. Today we are on July 25th, which is Philippians 2:1-2, which says, "So if there's any encouragement in Christ, any comfort from love, any participation in the Spirit, any affection and sympathy, complete my joy by being of the same mind, having the same love, being in full accord and of one mind." So these two verses talk about the unity of the saints, and Paul is saying, please complete my joy. He is making a personal plea that they act in one accord, being of one mind. So the first half is a bunch of rhetorical questions because these things are obvious. Is if there's any encouragement in Christ? Well, obviously there is encouragement in Christ. If there's any comfort from love, we know that God is the God of all comfort, as we see in 2 Corinthians 1:3. Any participation in the Spirit, other translations say any fellowship in the Spirit. This is the Greek word koinonia, meaning the sharing of things in common. And any affection and sympathy, and other translations say affection and mercy. Obviously, there is affection and mercy in Christ. So then Paul says, complete my joy by being of the same mind, having the same love, being in full accord and one mind. So having union with one another, especially those where we share the same community or church together, that is going to bring us joy. We have a quote on the bottom of this study by Sinclair Ferguson, which I really loved and I've included in my junk journal page. And he says, joy in the Christian life is bound up with the joy of seeing Christ formed in others, especially in a community that reflects his humility and love. So I definitely wanted to show all that I have studied in this junk journal page, and I'm so happy to report that I have this beautiful picture for this page of all these children looking like they're in a band together, and I think that it just goes perfectly with these verses. They are in union, and so I'm just so happy about that just lined up perfectly with this. But anyways, I wanted to tell you a little bit about these dies that I'm using. This one right here is the alphanumeric varsity die from Tim Holtz. Now it cuts out two sections for each letter, and one is going to be the outline and one is going to be the center. So I cut those out twice, once with felt, and then the little outer outline in black is from a flocked paper. And so I just thought it looked fun because it makes me think of a team, and we are all in this together as a team. And so that's where my mind was going with that. So that is alphanumeric varsity die set from Tim Holtz. And then I also have this floral frame. Now, if you are new here, let me just tell you how much I love this floral frame. I am so sad that Sizzix discontinued making these 3D impresslets. It is my go-to for so many things, and I just love putting a little piece of vellum with a quote inside it or a picture. So if you don't have one, definitely grab one. I need to grab a second one because I know I'm going to be so sad when my little die stops working one day or I lose it. But anyways, now I'm going to come to the part I want to have the whole title say Unity of the Saints. And so I have of the saints, and then I also have the verse Philippians 2:1-2. And so I've added all these little letters on this gold foil so I can kind of bring that gold foil to the other side of the page. This is using the alphanumeric tiny type from Tim Holtz, and I love this because you can really fit in so many words with these tiny little typewriter font alphas. But anyways, this is just a lot of using my Big Shot machine for this page. And sometimes that's just awesome. It just gives you time to sit and mull over what you have learned. It's not much thought process to the crafty side, and that's okay sometimes. And so I'm just cutting everything out and gluing it down. Right here, I am adding that verse reference to the top of the page. Now there's technically no hyphen or colon in this die set, and so what I've chosen to do is just use an exclamation point and take the two parts and use those for my colon and hyphen for the verses right there. So I'm just gonna recut a little bit out, and there we have it. That's good for the verses. So next up, I'm going to use this floral die set. Now I only end up using the bigger one, which is Brushstrokes Flowers number 2, and I'm going to use the papers that were included in the digitals for this set. I want to keep it still neutral, but adding a little bit of blues in here just to add a little bit of pop of color, but by still keeping it kind of with the theme of this page and my love for all things vintage. So I'm going to cut out 2 of these florals and layer them with both papers. So I'm going to have that blue grungy and then also this tan color as well. And I'll add in some sprigs of gold as well. My plan for these flowers is just to layer them up around the frame and then also carry them over to the left-hand side of the page where I have my title. That way they are cohesive and just look nice sitting next to each other page by page. Now I could have added a little bit more contrast to the centers of these flowers by using either the flocked paper or the gold foil, but I decided not to. I don't know. I had already cut them out in these papers and I thought they looked beautiful, a little bit muted, but still beautiful. And so I decided to just leave them as is. And like I said, those little gold sprigs will really bring that out in a second. Now, if you've seen some previous videos of mine, I really enjoy bulk creating. So something like this, something like flowers would be easy to bulk create in just a variety of colors and styles. And that would make it way easier when you want to put together a page. And it's often something that I do when I attend retreats, is just to bulk create so that later on when I want to sit down and create a page and something is really on my mind, it is super easy to put these pages together. So that's just a little tip for me if you are ever attending a retreat and don't know what exactly to bring or work on, or if you just have a day where you want to create but just don't know what to do. Bulk creating is going to help you in the future. I have those little photo boxes that are just little rectangular boxes, and I bulk create certain items, and I, separate all the certain things into those photo boxes, and then when I'm ready to use them, I have them all set to go. So that is just a little tip of mine. Hopefully that helps someone. And yeah, we're just going to start layering all these pieces together. I definitely want that frame to pop up a little bit, so I'm putting some pop dots on the back side of it, and that's going to help me be able to read the quote that I have typed out on my typewriter a little bit easier. Since it is on vellum, you can still see behind it a little bit, but adding that space between helps you be able to read it very clearly. So I'm just adding all these flowers onto this right hand bottom corner of this frame, and then we'll add that to the left hand side of the page as well. This page is almost complete, but before I go, I did want to read this verse one more time for you. Philippians 2:1-2 in the ESV translation. So if there is any encouragement in Christ, any comfort from love, any participation in the Spirit, any affection and sympathy, complete my joy by being of the same mind, having the same love, being in full accord and of one mind. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can see all the videos to come. I am so thankful to Debbie Walbank and Diane Mara for including me in this Exploring Joy Faith Journal July challenge. Thank you so much, guys, and we will see you all soon. Bye, everyone.